Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and all of that. It's your boy TK from Black with No Chaser. And right now, I am joined by a phenomenal young man, a talented young man, and one who I think will make big noise, huge at Jackson State. No, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to none other than Mr. Esaias Guthrie. What's happening, brother?
How you doing, boss? How you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing? I know it's been a lot going on these last 2 3 days, man.
Yeah,
So how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just taking it all in, taking it slow. I just got done talking to Coach O, getting ready to get everything together, get the paperwork and everything in, so I can make sure I'm there and ready. So I'm just letting it kind of play out, taking it all in, taking it all in from the fans, making sure I, speak to certain people, get certain people their time. So yeah,
No doubt, man. There's we got a lot to get into, man. Of course, everybody wants to talk about, then they see the sweatshirt, you
yeah,
come to Jackson State. Um, but before we get into that, man, let's talk a little bit about the size, the man, the person. Let everybody know a little bit about you, man.
I got you. So I'm from Delaware, born and raised. So I came to school here in 2019. I am the youngest of four kids. Um, got two sisters and a brother. So we're all very close knit. Um, Grew up in a small household. And so as we grew up, we kind of like learned how to just get along the right way. And so now we support each other through everything. They're kind of my biggest factors as far as my motivation and what I do. Um, I had a son last year, like I mentioned on the live stream, and so he's been a big motivation for me. Um, and so that's kind of just a little bit about myself.
Yeah, man. Family is everything,
Yeah,
and I know you are big on family. You just mentioned it here, but you also mentioned it on the live stream. And one thing that you said about family is that you and your family talked about it. Y'all talked about Coach TC and how much you all as a family felt about him. It was the right fit for you. Like
yeah.
how did that come by?
How did what come about?
Like the familiarity with him, the closeness with him, and
Okay,
like
yeah.
you know,
So when we went down there the week they played Southern, and so that was the same game that Coach Prime had left. And so just talking to the people, just talking to everybody, um, as far as Coach O and then Coach TC and Coach Morton. They just let us know what was going on, kind of, and what might be happening, what might not be happening. So I got to actually talk to Coach TC, ask him some questions, me and my family, and just get a feel for his history, um, type of guy he is, what he believes in his past. So we got we got the chance to just be in a real closed door interview. Kind of, we were in the JSU media room actually. He was behind the table and we was kind of in the seats and just asking him questions on how he felt about everything, and we just loved him from there.
yes, man. Like by all accounts, like I hadn't personally met Coach TC myself, but like for the many people I talked to, even non JSU
Yeah,
uh, people, I hadn't heard a bad word about him, man.
never.
You know, and like I've heard such glow reviews about him and the people that he keep around him and how he hold players accountable and how he treat players, man. And
Yeah,
you know, I'm excited that it's a good fit for both of y'all, man.
definitely. I feel like it was a match made in heaven for sure. Can't wait to get out there and really, be coached by him and really get a feel for what he does. So I just can't wait for that part.
Yeah, and it's huge, man, that you came for Coach TC because I mean, let's be real. The last 2 3 years, it's always been about one coach that everybody talked about,
Yeah,
and everybody said, everybody wanted to play for. But to have somebody of your stature, of your success, of your pedigree to come play for TC, man, that's huge.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a guy I trust. He's a guy I trust for sure. So can't wait to go in and play for him and get a feel for him. I'm really excited about it, honestly.
Yeah. Now that trust is a big factor, man, in everything. And and TC is JSU royalty. We got some of the comments rolling in.
Yeah, he
Um,
is.
we got LaDon Kelly said TC is JSU royalty. And as for you, they saying welcome to the family cousin. Like, bro, you have really hyped up the fan base even more so than what it already was. Because before Prime, the fan base followed the team. They traveled, they
Most definitely.
supported, they sold that bitch out a lot
Yeah,
before him and will do so after him. But to have again you come through like this, it reignited the fan base even more, man.
yeah. I'm glad I could do that. Throughout the process, they was hitting me up and making sure that JSU stayed on my mind, and they've been a big factor as to my decision as well. Being able to come in and play under a great history, some culture, and have a good pass to it, and a good environment. That's big for me.
Now you are from Delaware. Was it Middleton High?
I went to Middletown High School for 2 years. Yeah.
It's cold as hell up there, man.
Uh,
Like,
Compared to down there, yeah, it's a little cold. So we had snow, I think 2 days ago. It was like 10 degrees. So yeah,
well, I don't know if anybody told you, man, but down here, you will get all 4 seasons in the same day sometime. So, I hope you ready for that, man.
no, I'm definitely ready. I know y'all cold don't get like up here, so
Nah,
as long as
nah.
that's cool, we all good, man. We all good.
But it's you are coming to a place that's full of love, man. And one thing about this fan base is that if they love you, they love the hell out of you. They
Yeah,
support the hell out of you, man. And you will be in good hands.
most definitely, most definitely.
Now, speaking of good hands, you got great hands, dog.
I'll try.
Uh, I saw that you were a wide receiver in high school, and you
Yes,
was
sir.
a dog at wide receiver, like almost 1,200 yards, what 12, 13 touchdowns,
Yeah.
you know. But then you switched. Like, what motivated that switch?
So I mean, growing up, my coaches and everybody always said that I would be better on defense, and so I kind of bounced around. But in high school, I think my last 2 years I played DB. Started my senior year at DB, and so when I got to college, actually got recruited for wide receiver to go to Delaware State, and then my wide receiver coach had left and switched. So that was like a month after I signed. So the head coach called me up. He was like, "Oh, like this situation you got," and I was like, "Let's do it. Like let's make the switch." And so me and the D coordinator and the DB coach got really close, and they just loved what I could do for them. I love what they could do for me, and I feel like it was the best fit, honestly.
Now, I will say it worked out in spades, man. Um, and I'm gonna tell some people like how it worked out. Like, you first team all MEAC. Man, you had so many accolades, excuse me. You 2023 NFL draft safety watch from HBCUs. You a Senior Bowl prospect to watch for from Reese's.
Which is
Um,
crazy though, because they actually. So I had a rep from the recent Senior Bowl call me, and they was like, "Yo, like we put you on this list, but we didn't understand like your age, like your real age. We thought that you was, going to be a senior coming up." So I was like, "Yeah, I am in the classroom, but as far as the field, I'm not." And so they had to actually take me off that list after putting me on it, just because of the fact that they didn't realize I was only finishing up my freshman year. They thought I was going to be a senior coming up as far as the field goes.
okay, well, that is a very very interesting story, man.
Yeah,
I don't think I've heard that before.
yeah,
Uh,
no,
like, I'm assuming between like COVID and all these other things, you sat out football for a while, or
yeah,
oh,
definitely. I mean, COVID alone was like well, not 2 seasons. It was one season, but took out 2 spring balls. I got to play a spring season kind of. But yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of football in my life, so having that little time off was good for me. And then having this last season off
Yeah.
was good for me as well.
So let's talk about that last season, man. Which was the last season you played was a hell of a season. 32 tackles, tackle for loss, uh, 4 picks, 9 pass breakups. What did you score? 2 touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns.
I believe so.
You had, I know you had the 87-yard return. Like I watched, I watched, some of your film, man. Watched a couple games, and like you have this attacking style that you like to play. Like who do you watch as far as like other college players, the NFL, that you kind of take things from and kind of model your game after?
Um, I watch a few guys. I mean, I just like watching football in general. Just kind of learning from everybody. Um, but the most is probably J.C. Jackson, who was at the Patriots. I think he's somewhere else now. Xavier Howard's another one. But I just learned how to be able to, just turn into an offensive guy. You know what I'm saying? When that ball's in the air, just go get it. And so I've been able to be blessed enough to have some interceptions, but I really couldn't do that without the pressure I get from my D line and my linebackers. Honestly, they put the quarterback in some uncomfortable situations, time and time again. So I know that with Niles Gaddy coming back, I'm gonna be able to get a few toss ups.
Now, they always say that linebackers and safeties and cornerbacks are just wide receivers and tight ends who couldn't catch. But you obviously can do both of them, man.
Yeah,
And like your athleticism is on full display, And you're not a small guy. You 6'2", about 180 now.
yes, sir.
And you run quite well, man. But what I noticed most was like you didn't just rely on your physical traits. Like you play smart, man. Like what do you lean on most, your physical or your IQ? Because both of them are quite high.
Yeah, definitely my IQ. Most definitely my IQ. I run well, but I'm not like the fastest guy in the world. Having to sit those slots, they be smaller than me. They be able to get a little shifty. So I have to be smarter um, and be able to, just kind of go through the play. You know what I'm saying? Take pre-snap reads, kind of just start going down my list, my checklist that I have for myself within the pre-snap, and being able to just put myself in the best position. And so that's just kind of how I play. And then after that, I can just play fast and play physical once I realize what's really going on.
Yeah, like and that's another part of your game that I like too, the physical. They always talk about DBs who don't like to hit,
Yeah.
but from all that I've seen, you hadn't shied away from contact at all.
Yeah.
Like what drives that, man? Is it just you one of those guys that say I'm gonna put you on your ass, or you one of those that's like you're not gonna play me either type of way?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is to understand like an offense's job is just try not to get hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of offensive guys that's looking for that contact. You know what I'm saying? To deliver a blow. And so when I'm able to come full force and just deliver a blow, I know that could change the pace of the game. Either slow the offense down or kind of just put a stop to whatever is going on. So I try to bring some physicality in my game too.
And it shows up like on film. So, and I know you had said this, but I know a lot of people have said this. You automatically become the best safety in the SWAC, dog. What you got to say about that?
I don't like toot my own horn, but I was the best safety in HBCU football. Period. So I mean, you do the math. If SWAC, whatever
I like that.
conference you put me in, it's gonna be the same deal.
I like that, man. Like, hey, and you and I saw a tweet you made like years ago, man. Like I'm paraphrasing, like I hope my confidence, doesn't bother you or something to that nature, man.
I hope my
Like
confidence doesn't offend your insecurities.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a quote I got offline. So I forget where I got it from, but that's also a quote that Coach Prime has started using too. Um, so that's where it kind of got like a big deal from.
So speaking of Coach Prime, of course he's gone, and while he was here, the team did a hell of a lot of winning.
Definitely,
Had spotlight was huge, and now that he's gone, the spotlight's still gonna be huge, man.
definitely.
But you're here. Like, how do you think you will adapt to that and deal with that pressure?
I'm a guy who loves the spotlight, just a little bit too much. I'm a guy who comes to play every single game, so I don't really get the opportunity to understand what's kind of going on around me as far as the environment goes until I'm actually on the sideline and can see it, and kind of just take a step back and start looking around. So the environment's going to be huge. I know that it's going to be a lot of press going on, like what's going on with the team. Can they show up and be the same team with a different coach? And that's something I'm going to meet head on. I love all of it. I know Coach TC loves all of it. I know Coach O loves all of it. I know the staff that's coming in, they're going to love all of it. And so we're coming. Just like he said, he's coming, we're coming. And so, I mean, I know they have support from him, and they're all good friends. And so just know that we definitely coming. We coming.
Now again, you came from Delaware State. You're not alone down here. You got Syvion Wilkinson.
Yes.
Like what part did he play in helping you with this decision to come to JSU?
So when we talked, it was just more so about his experiences in Jackson, Mississippi. I've never been to Mississippi. I was in Mississippi for the first time a couple weeks ago, and so I just asked him some simple questions like like the environment, the people, what it's like out there, what do y'all do for fun, just different stuff like that. He didn't really express like, yo, like I need you down here to say that. He kind of just gave it to me straight, like, yo, this is how it is. It could be like this sometimes. It could be like this other times. This is my experiences, and so I took what he learned from his experiences. I took it to myself and just kind of just listed out as far as the pros and cons. And then it's just a plus to have a guy there that I know on the other side of the ball. The best thing for a good defense is a good offense.
Right.
So to know that he's on the other side of the ball doing his thing is going to make it even better for us on defense.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, man, and I know up north when people bring up Mississippi, you get all these negative connotations, and things like that. But it really is a great place, man. And you will be surrounded by a lot of great people, man. And some crazy good food, dog. Like trust me, the seasoning is different down here, bro.
I
A
can't wait
lot
to get down
different.
there and taste a couple things. We only went to we was down there. I think we went to Iron Horse, and then we went to one other place. I forget the name of it. But I know I had some alumni send me some spots to go to. I also had a couple people offer me spots to live in their house. So we're gonna see how this works out.
Oh yeah, like I said, man, you gonna be good. You gonna be in good hands. And when you get there, somebody please get this man a Stamps burger as soon as he touched down.
I heard them things big, man. I might need
Big,
that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
hey, big as the footballs you be picking off, bro.
Dang.
Make sure you get you one as soon as you touch down.
Most definitely gonna get one.
So okay, you coming, you got some other guys coming. Like if you, I don't know if you like paid attention to some of the guys who coming to JSU through the portal. We got somebody that said make sure you go to Johnny T's also. Like, see, they gonna make sure you get fed, bro.
Yeah, no.
They gonna make sure you get fed.
Definitely got to do some working out there for sure. I'm gonna be eager.
But there's a lot of great kids coming with yourself. And I'm not sure if you had a chance to talk to any of the other ones or kind of take it in, but like from where you sit right now, what are some of the expectations that you have coming in?
As far as myself or for the team?
Both. You can go yourself, then go to team, or however you want to do it.
As far as myself, I really expect a lot from myself because I'm coming in with the name that I have. I know that I've done a lot of good things as far as MEAC football, HBC football goes, and even FCS football goes. And so I have a high standard for myself, and I hold myself to a high standard. As far as the team goes, I know that I gotta hold them to the same standard. I'm just coming in ready to be a leader for them young guys. We got a lot of good young guys, a lot of good young guys. But it's going to be a culture shock when you get to college. Um, from going from being that best player to being one of 56 best players, you got to be able to adapt fast. The game itself is different. It's not so much relying on your athleticism as it used to be, or as it is in high school. You could just be downright better than that team and go out there and win. And so just being able to teach the young guys exactly how to play the game the right way, study the game, and just be a better player. And that's my kind of my expectations for the season, and then for myself.
Oh yeah, man. Like you said, man, you know, just assimilating yourself with the guys, taking guys under your wing. Because, like I said, you have the accolades to prove, everything you say. You got the footage to prove everything you say, man.
Yeah.
Um, but I do have one more question for you. Yeah, you chose Jackson State, but I know once the word came out of you was hitting that portal, man. I know the list of schools, both HBCU, FCS, FBS, it was all knocking at your door, man.
Yeah.
Like how hard was that decision to tell all the rest of them like, nah, I'm good. This is where I'm supposed to be.
It was definitely hard. What I mean, just going through this whole process, the same way I formed a love and a like to the fans base in Jackson, and the TC and the coach TC. I formed those same kind of bonds with other schools and other fan bases, and other coaches, and so I have to just let them know like, yo, like, hey, this ain't gonna be the place for me. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for sure. And then you just gotta realize, what's going on. This is just recruiting at the end of the day. And so coaches probably tell me I'm probably one of 30 guys that they recruit. So they probably tell me the same thing they tell the other guy. So it's hard, but you definitely know how to. This is my second time going through it, so I learned how to navigate through it. But definitely just coming out of high school, I didn't have a lot of offers. I had a few. I had some few good ones at FCS, but nothing crazy. But just being able to, go through my phone and I entered the portal. And 2 hours later, I got Duke calling my phone. I got Louisville calling my phone. I got this all these FBSs calling my phone. It's something that I never thought I'd be able to do. So just being able to do it is kind of dope. And then also just being able to make the decision I made. As far for it's dope too for the town of Jackson and for me.
And you know what? Like like you saying that, you didn't have the offers coming out of high school, which that's really shocking to me. Because like I said, you play both sides of the ball, man. You had,
Yeah,
like I said earlier, almost 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, but you also had almost 50 tackles, 5 picks. Like you was killing it on both sides of the ball, man.
yeah,
That's crazy to me.
yeah. I mean, Delaware is small, so we only get a couple of guys that come out every year, and then only a couple of schools kind of come through. It's more so FCS. And so I only played DB one season, one real season, but I always played wide receiver. So I got all state for both of those. And so it's just how I worked out. But I'm grateful for how I worked out. I love every single part of my journey. Couldn't ask for a better story, but just know I got to write a great ending.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think the ending will be dynamic, man. Just based off the adversity you come through, based off the success that you've had, the accolades that you've had, the amount of things that you've been able to achieve. Jackson, y'all got a good one.
I appreciate it.
And I live in Houston, so I'm gonna make sure to make my way down there to see you play myself. And whenever y'all come whoop TSU again, I'm gonna be right there again to check it out for myself.
No
Um,
doubt.
listen,
Yeah,
man, we got folks that come. They still talk about food, man. You,
man.
you got Veronica here. She said DM her your cash app so she could buy you your first Tiger meal. Um, like everybody said, you will never go hungry in Jackson.
No,
So,
I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will.
so, hey man, I do appreciate you stopping by, to share your story with us, to talk to us, to let Jackson and let the swag and everybody know y'all coming. Um, so one more thing, man. I
Yeah,
just want you to look square into the camera and tell everybody in Jackson what they getting with Esaias Guthrie.
I got you. You're getting a dog. You're getting a dog. You're getting a guy who can play hard, play fast. You're getting a guy who can come in and play now and lead the right way. I think that's my biggest thing going into this whole thing is the leadership aspect of it. When you're a DB, you're the last line of defense. So being able to play right is big, or a lot of things can go wrong. And so that's what you're getting. You're getting a leader. You're getting a guy who can play football the right way, a guy who plays at a high level, and a guy who wants to be in Jackson. Wants to be in Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. I'm not there. I'm not there. I wasn't a guy who committed with Coach Prime. And I'm not a guy who was coming there just for Coach Prime, but to be under that all those cameras or do anything like that. I want to play for Jackson State. I want to play for Jackson, Mississippi. The fan base, the people, the coaches, my teammates, and that's what you get. You're just getting an all-around dog, all-around good guy, and a good football player.
I couldn't have said it no better, man. Like anybody within the reach of this conversation, man, who heard this young man just say what he said, if you are a fan of Jackson State, an alumni of Jackson State, hell, if you just a nigga who live in Jackson, you should be really excited and hyped about this young man coming and ready for the season to roll, man, because I think he the real deal. I've seen the footage. I've watched a couple games, and then just by talking to you and seeing your mentality, man, I know you gonna come with it. So, again, congrats on the signing to Jackson State, man. I wish you health, success, and I hope you stay on the field for all 12, 13 games, man.
Most definitely, I appreciate that. I appreciate your time to giving me this platform to come on here and talk to you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, and listen, man, Black with No Chaser, Black with No Chaser Sports. Our doors are always open to you, man. You ever want to come on to talk your shit about the game or anything? We here, dog. We
Yeah,
here.
most definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only All American, All MEAC, New Jackson State dog, Mr. Esaias Guthrie. Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.